Sean Spicer has been press secretary to Donald Trump for 3 days. Some might say 3 long days. We spoke to Maclean's political writer Shannon Proudfoot about the unenviable position Spicer finds himself in. He held his first official White House briefing today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming out to our first official briefing here in the Brady Room. I was going to start with a little recap of the inauguration, but I think we've covered that pretty well.
It's interesting. You can see him trying to change the tone a bit, or at least acknowledge the blowback he got. He started with a joke that no one really laughed at.
A rough start, and Shannon Proudfoot of Maclean says the day didn't get any easier for Spicer.
He started talking about online views, which was not really explicitly part of the conversation on Saturday, but is now sort of something he's introducing. And it certainly seems like a plausible argument on the surface, which is what makes it kind of an interesting communications tactic.
So will things lighten up for this man? Proudfoot doesn't think so. She says having Trump as his boss will make that almost impossible.
There seem to often be explicit conflicts between what Trump says and what his spokespeople will then clarify. And then Donald Trump will double back down on what he said and say, no, that isn't what I meant.
Proudfoot says that is the death knell for press secretaries.
A political spokesperson is only useful if they are perceived to speak authoritatively on behalf of their boss. So as soon as it becomes suspected or obvious that they are in conflict with their boss, they become useless. Why would the press listen to you anymore?
With his infamous tweets and off-the-cuff statements, Trump has proved he is near impossible to rein in. Proudfoot says Spicer and other staffers will have to prove to be quick on their toes if they want to survive 4 years.
They're constantly going to be running out, trying to play cleanup, trying to match their messages with his, trying to tamp down some of the controversies that come up. So it's basically a tension between typical political communications management and I think what is going to be a big test of loyalty within the Trump White House.
But one way or the other, Proudfoot feels Spicer and the others will have to get Trump at least somewhat on message or face major political fallout.
From the outside, it really looks like a kind of a chaotic organization in terms of the messaging they're putting out there. There's often very confusing mixed messages, and you often get the sense there's not even harmony internally.